Hi, Miss Roach, it's Tanya, and I'm doing my speech today on the issue of statelessness in the world. And without further ado, here we go. Do you remember your first day of kindergarten? Girls dolled up in frilly dresses, boys forced into starchy button-down shirts, each kid toting a brand new backpack of either the Hello Kitty or Power Ranger variety, completely filled with goodies like carefully sharpened pencils and pristine pink erasers. But fast forward through those semantics. What was the first thing you learned? Regardless of what coast, city, or state you were on, the first thing you learned was the United States Pledge of Allegiance. You put your hand over your little heart and recited those words that you'd come to say for the next 13 years almost every day for the first time. Have you ever stopped to think about what those words mean, though? What it means to be part of one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all? Or better yet, have you ever stopped to think about what your life would be like if you said those patriotic words every morning, believing in the power of each one, only to be rejected day after day, year after year, knowing that your country will never accept you as one of their own? Well, there are people like that in the world. Somewhere out there, there is a 17-year-old girl who was born on the same day as me, the exact same moment, who is essentially non-existent in the world. But what's the difference between her and me? The answer is a piece of paper. Documentation. I'm privy to the right of citizenship, whereas she is not. She is part of a group of stateless people. A stateless person is defined as someone who has no citizenship or nationality. People are or become stateless for a variety of reasons, but most commonly it's because of ethnic prejudice. Although the issue is not well known in the public, it plagues our world in unspeakable ways every day. Some of the worst offenses of withholding citizenship in the world are in Brunei, Burma, the Dominican Republic, and what I'm going to talk about today, in Israel. Thousands of miles away, Mohammed El-Kurd is a 15-year-old boy living in the Israeli neighborhood of Sheikh Jarrah. 2 years ago, he was forced out of his home, along with his 10 other relatives, because of not having a permit to live on the land. Days later, Jewish settlers who had no previous history on the land moved into the home that Muhammad's father had built right before he was born, while Muhammad and his family lived in a ramshackle shack on the side of the road. Now, 2 years later, Muhammad, being 15, is angry about what has happened to his family. His goal in life is to become a humanitarian lawyer. But all that anger, all that passion, and all his brains will never go anywhere. Why? Because of his position in Israel. He is not a citizen, and no one in his family is either. They are what are called residents. They abide Israeli laws, they pay Israeli taxes, and they can vote to a certain extent, but they can't vote for anything major like prime minister. They have all the burdens of being a citizen, like taxes, but none of the benefits, like protection from the law. Muhammad's dreams of getting an education and fighting for his people are wonderful, but the chances of them becoming a reality are slim. The chances of him being accepted to a respectable Israeli institution are small, or even passing the test to practice Israeli law are even smaller. So Muhammad's future, which was once a burning light in him, has been stubbed out completely, solely because of where his family yields in and the beliefs that they hold. That's not right, in my opinion, and in the opinion of thousands of others, millions of others in the world. So what can we do? Well, because statelessness is an issue of the law, and it's an issue of international law, it can only be dealt with government to government. No public movement is going to set Muhammad and his family free. Only the U.S. government getting involved in Israeli affairs is going to set them free. So personally, and I hope you do too, write to your senator and ask him about Muhammad and explain Muhammad's situation, because I don't want to see any other kid have their dreams crushed just because of where they come from. Thank you.